Welcome back to my teaching series. Today we're going to talk about something that everybody is struggling with, especially with the economy we're all dealing with. We're going to talk about finances today. Every one of us has had struggles with finances at some point, but I'm going to give you some easy steps to follow that can get you out of this and keep you out of this struggle. Did you know that dark forces and debt go hand in hand? The primary way that dark forces control mankind is through finance. If those dark forces can keep you constantly struggling, you will be stressed out. You'll be trying to find solutions. Some people sign up for hours and hours of overtime and become exhausted, and by the time the taxes are taken out, they get just a few dollars out of every overtime shift. Or the person can go get a second job, or in some cases even a third job, or you can wait for a bonus of some kind. But isn't it interesting that every time you just about think you're going to break even, something happens? The car breaks down, the washing machine quits working, and you have to spend money you had not planned on spending. There is a reason for that. Those forces are fighting against you, and they are doing everything they can to keep you in that hamster wheel of trying to make enough money to make ends meet, and then something happens. I'm going to give you, as I said, three easy steps you can take to alleviate this and end this cycle of constantly being in lack forever. The first step one, is you're going to gather all your bills into a pile. Everything that you owe, every single thing. If you have a mortgage, you want to include your mortgage documents. You want to have everything in front of you. When you do, when you have it all piled in front of you, put your hands on those bills and say, I declare that these bills are completely demolished. You are completely dissolved. I owe no man anything except to love it. According to Mark 11:23, Jesus said, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he says. Our society and those dark forces have worked really hard to convince people that their words are just communication. Words are just a way to express your emotions. Words have power. What you say, when you believe that what you're saying is true, will come to pass. Whatever you believe and say will come to pass. So when you're laying hands on those bills and declaring that those bills are completely demolished, they're eradicated, they're gone forever, they will go. They don't have a choice. Remember, your enemy will constantly fight against those words. He's going to try to get you to say the opposite, to negate what you said, as soon as he can after you've said those words. So put a piece of tape over your mouth if you have to, but don't say anything else except that debt is paid in full. You owe no man anything. That's the first step. Second step is you're going to need to bind those evil forces. In Matthew 18:18, whatsoever shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. In other words, if you forbid those spirits from going any further with your finances, they will have to stop. And then you want to loose the angels to go on your behalf to gather up the money that belongs to you. You have, all of us, we may have given somebody a financial gift. We may have paid for somebody else's dinner. Those are all seeds. But if you've never seen the harvest on those seeds, it's those evil forces that have been holding them back. So send the angels on assignment to gather up the money that belongs to you. Like, you can say something like this: angels of the living God, go forth to the north, the south, the east, and the west, and gather up the harvest that belongs to me, and bring that money into my hands. Since you've already bound those evil forces, they can't do anything. Now the angels are free to work on your behalf. And they work for free. They won't charge you. anything. I've never gotten a bill from an angel, ever. And I've been doing this for decades. That's step 2. Step 3, ask where you can sow a financial seed. Where you sow and how much you sow is between you and God. That's nobody's business but between the two of you. Once you know where you're supposed to sow a seed, sow that seed and declare, this seed is for my debt cancellation. I'm sowing this seed for debt cancellation. You don't have to say it to anybody else, but say it out loud so that all the angels of heaven know this is what I'm expecting back. From that moment on, you should never speak anything that negates what you have said over your finances. Every day you should be saying out loud, I have abundance. I walk in abundance. I am completely debt-free. As you continue to speak those words, what you're doing is watering that financial seed that you've sown, and it will produce a harvest. You will find yourself completely, totally free from debt. I can tell you that it's a marvelous way to live, because when people who are debt-free buy something, they buy it. There's no payments. There's nobody calling if you're late on a payment. There's nobody threatening to take it away if you're late on a payment, because none of that matters. You're not making payments. You've already paid for it. It's yours. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here for now. As a reminder, you can go to my website, and the link is in the description below. I do have articles about this. I will put some things in the description also to help you, but I encourage you to do this because in this economy that we're dealing with, it's making it very difficult for some families because they not only have their normal utility payments, their house payment, and their food to deal with, but they're also in debt. And it's making it very difficult for a lot of people. You don't need to be one of them. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.